It's simple. I love it. Having you near me, having you here. Hot conversations, outrageous. You smile, and I smile, and I say, oh, this is getting personal, personal, personal. Let's stay for a while and play. Girl, let's make this a moment. Oh, giving you the best of me. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, having you close to me. Amazing, outrageous. Give your best to me. Good morning, good morning. Here's breakfast. Lost track of time, but we had a ball. Let's catch a movie.
Hey everybody, what's good?
Tonight's the night.
What's good, everybody? I know I love this song. This is the mindset of the black woman. I just changed the name, right? I changed the name because my focus is the Lion's Den. What's good? Meow meow, Iceberg, Chakra King, Chakra King. What's good, y'all? I want to talk about something real quick because I think like with a lot of women, we forget sometimes, right? So I want to do a quick little live stream, and I want to talk about my humble beginnings, and that's Anthony Hamilton, right? It's a beautiful song, very beautiful. It's very beautiful. It's a real beautiful song. So this is like I want to talk about how I was raised, right? How I grew up, and who was kind of the backbone of the family. My father was the head, right? My father was the head, but my mother was the backbone, right? And I seen this growing up with my grandfather and my mother. My grandfather and my grandmother, and I also seen it growing up with my mother and my father. And I think a lot of times we as women we forget, right? We do. We forget sometimes that a lot of times we are the backbones in the relationship. We carry the relationship, and a lot of times, let's just be honest. Um, when a relationship fail or when we disconnect from our men, because we women we do that sometimes. We'll disconnect from the men we're dealing with, and we like to put the blame on the man, but a lot of times we don't really give it our all. So I want to talk about that a little bit because I feel like for a lot of women, right, there are certain things that a man desire in a relationship, and it's not even much. Men don't ask for much, but simple things, right? Very simple things, right? Number one is consistency, right? I feel like when it comes to a man and you can be consistent with your attitude, with your emotions, when you have yourself in check, when you have your mental in check, when you have yourself in check, what happens is that draw the man in. He knows that you will never flip on him, you will never switch up on him. And all that is just being consistent with who you are as a woman, right? We get that, right? So when we see like our grandmother, when we see our grandfather, when we see our grandmother, when we see our mothers, when we see our sisters and our aunties, and they are in a relationship and they're consistent, the relationship is more so study because we as women we're more consistent in a relationship with a man. So I think when it comes to a relationship with a man, it's being consistent, right? Having our mental in check, having our mind in check. And a lot of times, like, let's be honest, men, when you in a relationship with a man and he's an aggressive man, number two is calming the inner animal. A woman can actually calm the inner animal in a man. a lot of men that if they were one way with one woman, and when they get with a certain type of woman, he's more so calm. It has a lot to do with calming the inner animal. And I think for a lot of women be like, hold on. You know, when I dealt with that man, or when I was in a relationship with that man, he wasn't like that. He wasn't a protector. He wasn't, he wasn't there for me. Well, it has a lot to do with the woman. It does, because we have that inner strength in us, and we can calm the inner animal in any man, and not just men. We can inspire people. That's how powerful women are. The Most High gave us that, and I understand that. So when you use that to your abilities, when you're dealing with a man, when you can calm the inner animal, it may not be what others see, but that man. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you may look at the situations or a couple on the outer, but in the inner, she's actually changing him, and she has that power to do that. The Most High even talks about women coming that inner animal in the man. You don't have to be so aggressive, baby. Calm down. You know, don't worry about it. And a lot of times that can save your man life. If he's upset, if he's angry, if he wants to get violent, if you know what I mean? All you have to do is put your hand on your man's chest and talk to him. Calm him, smooth him. And a lot of people don't understand that. What I'm actually saying is some real shit. Um, so when it comes to calming the inner animal in a man, we have that power as women. We can actually embrace a man. You know what I mean? We can embrace him just by knowing his triggers and understanding. You don't have to be so angry. You can calm down. You can talk to me. You can be his therapist too, as well, right? A listener. So number one is consistency. Number two is calming his inner animal. You know what I mean? Because as women, we get upset, right? I was upset early this morning about I heard something a male person said about me, and I had to pray last night, and I went live without consulting him, but he did last night. He did talk me out of going live, right? But this morning I woke up and I was still irritated, and I didn't talk to him. I just went live, right? But I'm gonna tell you what the dude I'm dealing with. I'm gonna tell you what he told me. He say, and this is the inner strength of a woman. This is our abilities, right? When a man can come to you and say, "Listen, if I ever have this certain type of mindset, I want you to talk to me, because I don't want to be in that certain mindset." And that's just a man coming to you just to vent out his frustration on things he doesn't want to do. We have that ability. A lot of people don't really understand that, but I do. What's good? Hey, make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm gonna leave this live stream up. So it's consistency, and we have the power to heal our men. We do. We are healers. We're healers, and we can calm the inner animal in a man. We are healers as women. The Most High gave us that. So when it comes to healing our children, when it comes to healing your men, when it comes to this smoothing that inner animal, calming him down, especially when he's sick, especially when he's weak, especially when he's second guessing himself. I'm there. I'm not dealing with you to demean you. I'm not dealing with you to tell you that you're worthless. I'm not dealing with you to drag you down to um the gutter, right? I'm actually there for you. I understand you. I feel where you're coming from. And with women, we are very emotional. So it's easy for us to pinpoint what's the problem with our children, what's the problem with the men that we deal with. It is. Yeah, I am. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Yes, I am. So we have that, right? Women are healers, right? So these are just some of the superpowers the Most High gave us, right? So healing him. The next is dedication. When a woman is dealing with a man, a lot of times we get used to dealing with a man, and we don't have dedication, we don't have drive anymore, we lose that. You don't lose that drive, because what drives you as a woman in a relationship with a man is winning, right? You want to win. You want your children to win. You want your man to win. So you give dedication. So when you're dedicated to something, you watch it and you see it grows. You never give up on it. And a lot of times when we're dealing with men, we give up. We don't have any dedication. We don't have any drive. What drives you? What drives you as a woman? What drives me as a woman is my children going to the best school, my man in the mind in a great mindset. So when he wake up in the morning, he can't wait to talk to me. He can't wait to touch me. He can't wait to kiss me. He can't wait to hug me. He can't wait to love on me. And with that right there, it has a man wanting to protect you naturally from the most high. So if you're showing dedication, when you can be an inspiration, right? When you can bring um some sort of not standards, but some sort of what I'm looking for. When you show a man that you're driven and you care and you can calm the inner animal and you're dedicated and you're a balanced woman, what happens naturally is that his protection guard come up, because no man will want the woman that he's dealing with to be in a fucked up mindset. A man will strive real hard to make his woman happy, and that's just her using the natural tools that the most high gave us. And the thing is, a lot of women, we forget that because we lean on sex, we lean on lust, we lean on the fantasy. We don't actually lean on the tangibles. And what are the tangibles? Dedication, calming the inner animal, understanding, listening. You understand what I mean? So that's just tools that the Most High gave us. And that's something a lot of women, you will understand the more and more um you dealing with the man you're dealing with. And a lot of times a man does need a listener. Men have feelings too. Men hurt too. Men go through spells sometimes that they may not have enough money to take care of their family. When a woman, this is something a lot of women need to understand. When a man is not financially there where he want to be in his life, he doesn't feel good, because men love money. To men, that's their like that's how men leave a legacy. When a man is not achieving the things he should be achieving for his family, for a lot of men, they do feel like failures. A lot of men commit suicide because they feel like they can't take care of their families. That hurts a man. So what you do as a woman, you embrace him, you understand him, you connect to him, because for a lot of men, they may not express it, but it hurts. It hurts. And as women, that's when we fall back on our femininity. That's when we fall back on the tools that the Most High gave us. That's when we fall back on the tools that our mother and our father taught us. So we don't disparage him. So we don't kick him when he's down. So we don't tell him those negative things. So he thinks about hurting himself and harming himself. What happens is it will make him drive harder. It drives a man to protect his family and take care of his family. But sometimes if a man is going through a dry spell, what he need is that's what a strong woman is. A strong woman is when she's standing by her man and she understands he may be going through a drought and a spell right now, but when he got it, he got it. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of women, you miss that point with a man. Um Men have feelings too. And I think with a lot of women, because we always leaning on our feelings, we always say, fuck his feelings. It's not. Because he's not in his right mind, then we're not happy. I don't know no woman, any woman that I was with, raised and grew up with, like my mother, my grandmother, they were happy when my grandfather was sad, or when my father was sad, my mother was happy. No, no, she's not. Because what happens is, if he's not happy, how could you be happy and you say you love him? That ain't love. So you want to be, you want to give him empathy, right? Because we lose that. We lose that when we're dealing with a man. We lose that empathy when we're dealing with a man. Um, so that's a couple of things I wanted to break down. And dealing with a man, I don't care what anybody has to say. Anybody has to say, especially if it comes to a man that I am dealing with. Nobody understands. Nobody knows. So when it comes to you as a woman, you supposed to protect that. That's sacred. That is sacred. That is sacred. What he's going through, what he's dealing with, his mindset, and all of that. And women, we're tough enough. We absorb energies. We can absorb energy. We don't just absorb energy when it comes to a man emotions and all of that. Cause listen, we women, we can suck a man dry, right? We can. We just can. So when it comes to, give me a second here, cause I'm almost done, y'all. I want to put something positive out. I want to put something real positive out. Um, Nobody knows what your man is going through but you. So if you are a woman and you understand what I'm talking about, a lot of women, they get what I'm talking about. They understand. I'm just reminding you what makes you a queen, what makes you a woman, what actually inspires a man, what your man appreciate. And that man will go right back to the woman that understood him and the woman that was there for him when he needed her. That man will go right back to her. And that's why a lot of men marry certain women. That's why a lot of men protect certain women. That's why a lot of men, they take her up under his wing because she actually got it. She wasn't there to tear him down. She wasn't there to demean him. She wasn't there to do any of that. She was just there to compliment him. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't make you less of a man because you don't have it, or this might be a drought for you. That don't make you less of a man. You're not less of a man for that. It is right now you could be going through a spell. And I get it. I understand that. We're not perfect. We're not perfect. But what I am saying is that what makes me a good woman, what makes me proud is when I can actually inspire him, letting him know, baby, I got you. I'm there for you. I understand. You know, yeah, this is this. I get it. And being consistent, understanding him, not breaking him down. Even when you are upset at your most vulnerable state, right? At your most vulnerable state, a lot of time your quietness, your peace, quietness. Because a man doesn't want to, like, the Most High even talks about dealing with the daughters of Sarah and dealing with the daughters of Lilith. There's two different type of women we're talking about here. The daughter of Sarah, she leans on the Most High. So do trials and tribulations and hard times, where does she lean on? Where does she go back to? Where does her foundation comes from? Is it from the Most High? Hmm? Or does she lean on things that doesn't grow? Does she look for attention? Does she let her anger get the best of her? Does she will destroy your character? Is she willing to walk away from you? Can she inspire her children? Can she inspire you? Is she your healer? Is she your doctor? I'm just asking you a question, because if you are a man that's going to keep me in my right mind and I have a better understanding when I'm dealing with you, I think it's only fair that I'm the doctor. I'm a therapist. I listen to you. I'm able to weed out certain things. And what a lot of men don't understand is that when you're dealing with a woman, it's a lot of things we can see you don't see, because women are very emotional. So we in tune with our emotions. And a lot of times women are psychedelic. They can see things before it happen. Um, do you guys have like your grandmother, an older wise woman, or even a man that um they'll tell you what will take place before it happened? Well, that's old wisdom. And that's a woman that actually she gets it. So the first thing that comes to her mind, she lean on it because she knows it to be true. She knows to be true. She doesn't even have to go through it. She can just read situations like a book, like your grandmother, or a great, like an older wise person. That's what happens with women when we're dealing with our men. We can actually see things before it happens. So it's kind of like, I had a friend, right? Um, her boyfriend was shot. He was killed, and she told him, you know, baby, I don't think it's good you go out to the club, because he was like, he was a street type of dude, and she knew something bad was going to happen. She begged him to stay home, and he didn't stay. He ended up getting shot in his head. He ended up dying. But a lot of times we can see things before it happened. And a lot of men may say, you know, no, my girl may be jealous. No, it's not jealousy. A lot of times we feel different vibrations. We feel different things. We see different things, and we'll let you know through a warning because we care. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, take heed to that too. So that's where it comes in for a woman. We use those abilities to protect our family, to protect our children, to protect our men. So when it comes to our men, we use that wisdom, those tools that the Most High gave us. Because the Most High gave us tools, and a lot of times we don't even use it. We don't. We don't use those tools when we're dealing with our men, when we're dealing with our children, our brothers, our uncles, our cousins, etc. Right? So, um, where was I? You know, fam, my phone short sometimes with the laws. Listen, I be on here dragging, but I always go back to the Most High and listen. I had to really, really pray last night because I was really upset last night. But my man talked to me, the man I'm dealing with. He's like, listen, it's not worth it. But this morning I was angry when I woke up, so I was really pissed. So another thing, um, what a man looks for in a woman is comfort. Is comfort. Can you be his peace? Peace, his harmony. Can you be a man's peace and harmony? Because let's be honest, right? A lot of us ladies, we talk too damn much, right? We talk too much. We say things. We go after your ego. We try to hurt you, especially if we're feeling hurt. When we're hurt about something, we'll try to demean you. We'll try to break you down. But I guarantee you, when a woman does that, she doesn't feel good about herself. She doesn't feel good. Because when you go after a man and you go after his money, when you go after his penis, when you go after who he is as a man, all of that demeaning a man, breaking a man down, like it hurts. It does hurt. You know, that's like for real. That's why some men, they'll choke a bitch or slap a bitch, right? You know what I mean? But it's being his peace. Can you be his peace? And a lot of women don't understand that. It's kind of like not bringing drama, not irritating him, not pointing out his failures of things he didn't achieve or things. Hey, make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? I'll be on here just a little bit. I'm just trying to break down a couple of things. I think I've been on, let me see. I've been on 20 minutes. I'll be done in like 30 minutes. I'll be done. But demeaning a man, right? Demeaning him, you know, talking underneath his clothes, talking about family members, talking about things that as a man, you're trying to get under his skin. That's not being his peace. A man will run from that. You know, if a man get into the presence of a woman that can bring him peace, he's gonna look at you like you are a monster. Only a real woman that understand bringing peace to her man and bringing peace and harmony to her children. Only it's a certain select group of women understand that. When it comes to a man and you can be his peace. I mean, when he call you, he can just rest on your bosom. Listen, right? I'm the type of woman I want to hold my man. You know what I mean? I like it. I want him to lay on me while we're watching TV. Just lay on me while we're watching TV. You know what I mean? Lay on my chest, right? I'm that type of woman because I want to be his peace. And naturally, what happens is he wants to protect you with his life because he understands you bring him peace and harmony. That's just natural order of the Most High. Men are natural protectors, but they only protect those that belongs to them. And some, right? Because my grandfather protected children that wasn't his children. My grandfather and my grandmother fed kids that wasn't theirs. My mother too as well. So you naturally gonna pull that protective out of a man when you're that type of woman. A lot of women don't understand that. And this is old school wisdom, like what my grandma used to teach me and my mother used to teach me about dealing with a man. It doesn't take gimmicks and gadgets. A lot of women don't understand. A lot of time it's the art of understanding a man. That's all it is. It's understanding a man's nature, understanding what men like. Because men capitalize on what women like. Men already know women like validation. Women seek to be beautiful in the man that they deal with eyes. Um, we like when our men get turned on. Like men understand that about women, but do women understand what men desire? And when you say to yourself, well, it ain't no men today. I don't know what type of men a lot of women are dealing with because I don't have that experience. I don't. Any man that I entertain, they don't disrespect me, they don't curse me out. I am talking about a man in my life. In my life. They don't demean me, they don't talk about me. We have conversations. I don't get disrespect. I'm actually like, it's kind of like I'm spoiled for real. Let me tell you why. Because I understand. I get it. I get it. And anything that irritates me as a woman, I work on that. So if I'm irritated with my body, it's not his fault. It's I focus on that so I can be an amazing woman. You get what I'm saying? So it has a lot to do with us as women. It does. It has a lot to do with us as women. And when you're dealing with a man, being extremely confident in yourself, being confident. So when you're dealing with a man, you exceed his expectations because you're not leaning on, oh my God, I'm ugly. Oh my God, I'm fat. Oh my God, I need to take care of my skin. Oh my God, I need to take care. No, you're gonna constantly work on yourself. Constantly. So when you're dealing with a man, there's no insecurities there. You feel free when you can actually have conversations. You can actually go out and have a good time. You can actually have deep conversation. Deep. And it's kind of like orgasmic, right? It is very orgasmic. I don't know if women ever had an orgasm just by I'm talking about a mental orgasm, not sexually, but mentally. Mentally is kind of like your pineal gland literally bursts because he begins to touch that deep part in your mind that nobody have not touched because you work on yourself, you're confident in yourself, you're confident in your abilities on understanding a man when you're dealing with a man. You get what I'm saying? And that makes you a different type of woman. You're not like every other woman because you actually know how to fuck his pineal gland. I'm telling you some real shit, right? So when we talk about understanding, right? Understanding your man, not being selfish, but actually say, you know what? I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna understand him and I'm gonna listen to him. Let me close my mouth because a lot of times we don't like to close our mouth because we be itching and scratching so hard to get it out. Like I gotta get it. No, everything doesn't need to be said. With a woman, and I'm talking about a woman that know how to execute when she's dealing with a man. I'm talking about execute. Um, is actually listening to him. Because you can weed out the men that want certain things from you if you just listen. But even if you are upset, when you are upset, you know how to listen. Let me listen and see what he has to say. That's what makes me different. When I listen to people, I can point out different things that they say and does it make any sense to me. That's how I know when a person is full of shit or when a person is lying or when a person is leaning on their emotions when they're doing certain actions because I actually listen. I do. I listen and a lot of shit I just don't digest. But if I decide to digest, when I want to break it down, I'm good at doing it because I listen. And a lot of women, we fuck up there. We fuck up. We fuck up. We fuck up so bad. We fuck up so bad. And I'm gonna tell you why, because we run our fucking mouth. We do. Especially when you get in your feelings and your emotions. When I'm in my emotions or when I'm pissed off, I'm thorough as fuck. I don't say anything because I want to take in everything that he's saying and break it down. That's why I can tell if he's lying. I can tell if a man is lying. Any man I'm dealing with. Because number one, I listen for triggers, and if you actually lean on your emotions, I meant like not lean on your emotions, but understand your emotions. You can begin to understand other people's emotions. But because we talk so much and we get so angry and we get so irritated, we gotta run our mouth. No, don't do that. Just listen. That's how some women can tell if their man is cheating. That's how we can tell if our man is doing certain things because we actually we tapping into our emotions when it comes to do with a man. So we listen for everything, and a lot of that is actually spiritual if you actually think about it. But you don't want to be the type of woman that's always running your mouth. You're not thorough. And when it comes to dealing with a man, you want to sit back and listen, right? You want to sit back and listen. You want to understand him. You want to know where's he coming from. What is he upset about? What happened? What took place? And what I'm saying today is not even bad. It's just actually reminding you the tools that your grandmother and your teacher, whoever that was there for you when you was a child, remind you that hey, let me pick up these tools because I'm half stepping in this area. I'm half stepping when it comes to my emotions. I'm half stepping when it comes to dealing with a man because I'm falling short. I can't see straight. I used to be the type of woman that I can weed through things and understand things. I don't understand anything no more because I flip like that. You don't go back to what you was taught as a child. You don't um give me a second, y'all. Okay, so I had to take that. I'm sorry. This is gonna be real quick because I went over for 30 minutes. I didn't want to go over the 30 minutes, but I want to say this. If you didn't hit the like, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button if you didn't. So it's actually telling you to go back to what your mother taught you if you didn't have a mother or even your father. Because my father taught me a lot. My father taught me a lot. What your mother taught you, what your father taught you, what your grandmother taught you, what your grandfather taught you, what your sister, your uncle, etc., whoever. Because we don't pick up those tools, and when we're interacting with a man, we don't use those tools um that we were equipped with. We don't. Why? Why don't you use those tools? That's what literally makes a man weak when it comes to a woman. I meant like when a man meets you and he be like, damn, like I have never met a woman like this. It makes him think that it's a such thing as a unicorn when you not leaning on money, not leaning on carnal minded things that you can see. No, because these things you can't see. These things can't be bought. What I'm telling you, these are things that have to be taught. And you have to practice this stuff and lean on this shit. So when you're dealing with a man, you naturally can be in tune with a man and actually receive him. Because let's be honest, being a woman, and this is a question to women. I'm being quite real honest and raw with y'all. When the last time have you dealt with a man and he literally did it for you? I meant like just talking, not even fucking, just walking, just gazing in his eyes on some real shit. When the last time that ever happened? Or is it always about what you had on, how you look, where y'all met each other at? You get what I'm saying? So to understand what I'm coming from is to actually pick up these tools and understand. So it's nothing you can buy. That all comes from you as a woman. That's your intuitions. That's your mindset. It's how you view when you're dealing with a man and actually receiving a man. And receiving a man is listening to a man and actually understanding a man and embracing a man and leaning on him. Because let me tell y'all something, right? I'm a receiver. I am. So when I'm dealing with a man, I receive his energy. And when you receiving a man energy, oh yeah, he feels it too. That's divine order of the most high. It's divine femininity and divine masculinity at its finest. It's nothing anybody can see. Nobody can see it. Just you two. Just you two. And that's something a lot of people don't understand. They don't get it. So when people are looking at the outer, you are in the inner when you're dealing with a man. You're more so in the inner because what you're actually doing, you receiving him as a man. You're receiving him as a man. So you're taking in and you're downloading everything and you pushing that energy back out to him because you're gonna respond on the things that he's saying to you. You just is. You're going to respond and it's going to be in a positive way. So it's kind of like, you know how you get goosebumps? I don't know if y'all still get this type of feeling when you're dealing with a man. When you're dealing with a man that do it for you. When a man ain't trying to, you know what I mean? He just want to have a conversation with you for a second. See what your day is about, what you got going on later today. I just want to get something to drink. I just want to go for a walk. I just want to see what you're doing, girl. Have y'all ever met a nigga like that? I kid you not. If I had a conversation, it doesn't matter who it is. With a conversation, a man picks up on my energy. And all it is not being hateful, being you know how sometimes you could be in a toxic mindset and you dwell in a toxic type of mindset all the time. And when you're talking to a man or when you're dealing with a man, like that's energy. That is energy. I don't ever like to um have that type of mindset. And people be like, well, what is it about her? What is it about China White? What is it about me? I can actually inspire and I can actually embrace the man that I'm dealing with. There is no hate. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anything. I'm open and I'm able to receive a man. And that energy alone is amazing. You don't come across that type of energy all the time. And it's nothing you can see. A lot of time we women, we crave for that shit when it comes to a man. We wish we could come across a man that understand us. But how can a man understand you if you don't receive him? That's a question. Like women, we always say, "Damn, like why men don't understand us?" Or men don't get it. Well, how can he? How can a man get it if he doesn't? If you don't receive him? And receiving a man is just listening, understanding. You're not insecure about what's going on in your life. You're not hateful. You're not scandalous. You don't have to do any of those things that other women do. You don't have to be at a bar. You don't have to be at a club. You don't have to wear that short outfit. You can just be a woman in a long dress. You can draw a man to you with just your energy alone. You could be talking on the phone and a man hear you and he just pick up and he just want to get to know you. You want to know who you are. That's all it is. You know what I mean? And a lot of women don't understand that. So I just wanted to do this quick live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is your girl China White. I love y'all. I just wanted to do something positive because listen, it's too much toxic stuff going on out here, and I feel like I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna talk my shit, and I'm gonna drop some gems. I'm gonna drop some gems, and I hope you guys take it in. So this your girl China White. I love y'all until we meet again, y'all. I love y'all. Mwah. Bye, y'all. Let's listen to this. Anthony Hamilton on the way. I love y'all. Peace.
Having you close to me, amazing, amazing. Outrageous. Give your best to me.